Okay, so I now need to redraw these dart legs to meet at the dart point and not the bust point. So, I mean, this might be a lot easier to do by hand. I'm just going to do my best on what I think is best to do in the computer. I think as you get more familiar with the tools, you might start figuring out your own way, which is great. I hope this isn't like too overwhelming with all these tools. I don't know. I've been playing around with this for a little bit. I'm still kind of new to it as well. My rule of thumb is when in doubt, hit the right button, the right mouse button, and a little menu pops up of stuff. So I don't know. Anyways, okay, so right now I have my dart legs meeting at the bust point and they need to meet up here. So I want to redraw my dart legs 1 inch and it's supposed to be centered. So I'm thinking we should probably get some kind of guideline centered here as well. So I'm going to click on this point. Am I clicking on the point? Let me double check. Sorry. And I want to make sure I have my selection tool, my edit pattern tool. Okay, so I'm going to click right on that point. Okay, so just that point is selected, not like a line or segment, just the point. Then I'm going to right click and we're going to say add perpendicular internal line, but I'm not going to do it just straight up and down on the X and Y. I'm going to choose a local point because I'm going to try my best to get to split in between here. So it looks like if it's at 90 degrees, it's going to split it this way, and I want it to split in the middle of this dart. So I just got to figure out the math, like, okay, if this is 90 degrees, this is probably 180, so it's probably more than 180. This would be 360, so it's less than 360. You can just type in numbers and have it fall around. So what if it's 350? Where's that? Okay, no, 350 is way wrong. So see how bad I am with math? Let me try 180. Okay, looks like 180 is here, so it's going to be more than 180. Is it going to be 190? 190 I think is too far. What if I try 187? So I'm eyeballing it. That looks like it's halfway. I think that's good enough for this. So I'll just say, okay, cool. So I have like a guideline. I just need to move that dart point up 1 inch. So I can get my little split line tool and I can right click on that line and I can just type in 1 inch. So it'll be exactly 1 inch. Now I just need to move these dart points up here. But this is my bust point and I know I need it to reference the fisheye darts I'm going to be doing later. If you look at the illustration in figure 8, you'll see we'll also be doing fisheye darts. So I don't really want to get rid of it. So I did learn this new thing. You can just make a reference line of your pattern. So I'm going to right click both of my top sloper pattern here. I'm going to right click and I'm going to say clone as reference line. So that way I'll still have the reference line there of where my bust point is. Even though I'm actually going to zoom in here, I'm going to get this tool over here and I'm going to move my bust point up. Okay, so let's see here. I believe it's pattern is the right one. Let's find out. Okay. What happened when I did that? Okay, good. It left this point here. It just moved. So it kind of, is messing with that dart too, but that's okay. I want to get that guy all the way up on that point. Cool. And then the side as well. Okay, it looks like I accidentally clicked that. I'm going to put that back in a minute. There we are. Because luckily I have my reference line. Made like a little shadow for me. So he's back. That's our bust point. He's there where he's supposed to be. Now my shoulder dart is good to go. Like the dart legs are meeting at the dart point. They're no longer meeting at the bust point. The bust point's still here, which is good. And I can focus on the next steps. So, oopsies. I did not mean to do that. Okay, so before we add our fisheye darts, I think it'd be easier if we combine this guy into just one pattern piece. Right now it's technically 3 pattern pieces, so we'll have to do the trace tool. And before I do the trace tool, I thought it'd be a good idea to make this curved line. I know in our instructions, I think they do that kind of at the end, but I'm just gonna make it a curve right now. And I think the easiest way is to go select that little point. Again, I'm just always using this little edit pattern tool a lot. There, and I'm gonna click just that point, and I'm gonna right click, and I have the option to change it to a curve. That's really curvy. So I have 2 different curve tools. I'm just gonna play around with this one. I'm just gonna click and drag, and just get it to kind of match the book a little bit better. Okay, zoom in. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm zooming in. Now, it did the curve to that 3/4 dot I don't even know why they told us to do that dot there. Maybe it's just a reference point, but we don't need it. It really should match where our waist ended up. So I'm just gonna use this tool, my edit pattern. I'm gonna click and drag. If I hold shift, it'll go straight and line it up. And that should be good. Okay, so now I'm ready to merge these three into one, and then I'll add those fisheye darts. So here's my trace tool, click that guy, and I'm gonna select this line, I'm gonna hold shift, selecting the shoulder, selecting my dart legs, my other shoulder, arm opening, side seam, bottom, bottom, and center front. I think that's it. Right click. Dun, 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 dun. Uh-oh, am I on the right tool? Yes. Oh, I did something wrong. Oh, shoot, maybe I accidentally unclicked it. Let's just do it again. Okay. Okay, I'm still holding shift. Maybe last time I let go of shift too early, and that's what messed up the menu. This time I'm still holding shift. I'm gonna choose traces pattern. Let's just put you over here. Cool. So I don't really need this guy anymore. I could probably throw him away. But anyways. So now I want to add those darts. So here's our bust point, and in the book it tells us to square a line an inch down because it wants those fisheye darts to fall an inch away from our bust point. So I'm going to use my little edit pattern tool just to select that guy. Make sure he's selected. Just the point. Am I right in the point? Okay. Oh, I'm still my trace tool. That's my problem. I do that a lot. Okay, now he's selected. Now I can right click, add perpendicular. I think it's the Y axis. Yeah, see that red line? I want to go on both sides. It doesn't really matter how long. I guess 5 inches is fine. It's just like really a guide. Okay, cool. And then you know what? We need a guide here as well along the waist. So I guess I'll right click that guy, add my perpendicular line. Okay.